Good morning, ladies, and welcome back to Metanoia Monday here at the Genius Project. My name is Karen Doyle, and today we're going to talk about a metanoia moment that I've had and that I have seen in the lives of so many women when they are faced with difficulty, challenge, adversity, and incredible suffering. And the metanoia moment that I'm talking about today is around a question. It's a question that many people are faced with when they come face to face with all of those things I mentioned: difficulty, trials, challenges, and suffering. Because what happens when we are faced with those difficulties and when we are faced with the storms of life? And remember, Jesus said when the storms come. He didn't say if, he said when. So our life here on earth is going to be full of different storms, different trials, different challenges. But what do you do when those come knocking at your door? What is your response to those things? Now, my experience has been in my own life and walking with so many women over the past 20 years that there are really two groups of people. And these two groups of people are separated by one question. Now, this one question comes down to what is the meaning that they draw from the experience that they're walking through. Now, some of you will be familiar with the fantastic work of Viktor Frankl. Man's Search for Meaning was his book. And he was in the concentration camps during World War II, and he saw so many people give up. And he said it boiled down to their lack of meaning, that they weren't able to continue because they didn't see meaning in their suffering. And this is what this question that I want to share with you this morning boils down to. So the two groups of people that I encounter are people who give up and who have a bit of a pity party and stay stuck in those experiences, whether it's grief, whether it's disappointment, loss, what trauma, whatever it is. There are some people who do stay stuck and they don't move forward and get the breakthrough that is possible in Christ and with his grace. There's another group of people who they can experience the worst things that you could possibly imagine, yet they're still able to get up. They're still able to keep going. What is the difference? The difference comes down to a question. The first group of people ask a question, and their question centers around this idea of why. Why me? Why is this happening? It's kind of like, why? Have you ever had one of those temper tantrums? Because I know that I have. But that why question is a dead end question. It doesn't actually lead anywhere. The people in the second group, who even though they are faced with challenge and difficulty, are able to stand in the midst of it in grace, in strength, in confidence, with courage, and walk forward because they ask a different question. Their question centers around how. How can I grow? How can God's glory be revealed? How is God going to reveal himself to me? How is he going to show up? And how am I going to progress with his grace and with his help and the people around me? So 2 questions for you this morning. I wonder what you do when you're faced with difficulty, grief, or challenge. Do you ask why, or do you ask how? I hope that's helpful on this Metanoia Monday. God bless you. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you back here next week.